My body came with a lot of terms and conditions that I did not agree to. How I feel when people talk to me while I'm listening to my music. I don't have riz, I just have dark circles around my eyes and weird sense of humor. My entire day-to-day life summed up in 2 pictures. Puberty of girls, puberty of boys. When you don't know what you're feeling but you're feeling something. Me looking at our old message and remembering how happy I was at that time. When you tell someone bless you twice and they keep sneezing. Salons always have hair on the floor. Garages always have oil on the floor. Banks, what's your problem? All women are bi. It's your job to guess whether it's sil or polar. How to be happy. Go on a 6-month holiday twice a year. Hi, I'm calling the cops. Why do I even bother? He's kinda cute. Hi, I'm calling the cops. Moms with their newborns. Oh my god, he's the most beautiful baby ever. He looks just like me. Newborn. Google when someone hacks my account. Google when I log into a new device. Today's kids rely too much on online communication with their friends. MF, I don't even have that. Ireland is hitting America with a 250% tariff until America takes Rosie O'Donnell back. I know where you can still get gas for $1.39. Where? Taco Bell. Here, dumb Gen Z slang. Use it ironically. Start to use it more often. It becomes part of your daily vocabulary. On God. I'm hiding from exercise. I'm in the fitness protection program. My 2 favorite hobbies are smoking load of rescuing abandoned dogs. My cat for no reason at 2 AM. Acceleration. Yes. I hate you with every fiber of my being. Fake conversations in my head of me venting to someone is how I stay sane. When you're 38 and go to visit your parents. Winner of the Lazy Cat Award. Growing up, Sesame Street taught me the importance of education, empathy and kindness. Bugs Bunny on the other hand taught me that revenge on my enemies should be quick, clever and brutal. Nobody, absolutely no one, not a single soul on this earth, not even their mom, influencer. A lot of you have asked about my skincare routine. Looking for anyone who is DTF, I'm new to the area. God bless. Do you know what DTF means? Downtown familiar. My girlfriend says that if you love each other, a small pen is not an issue in a relationship, but deep down I still wish she didn't have one. Kids who grew up academically gifted are now anxious adults who have thousands of abandoned hobbies and spiral into self-hate whenever they make basic mistakes or they are doctors. There is no in between. When she introduces me to her mom and I pull out the "I didn't know you had a sister" line. Bell's prison guard right now. POV. How life felt when you didn't know the meaning of red flag, green flag, body count, baddie, gold digger, snowballing. My buddy is a professor of necromancy and he says that Gen Alpha wizards literally cannot read their Necronomicon, like they aren't able to. My younger cousin literally just consults the oracle anytime they need to conjure something, doesn't even know how to use the tomes. The tomato I took off my burger watching me put ketchup in it. CEO and head of HR caught having an affair at concert. Me. Impressive, very nice. Now let's see Epstein's files. People watching parents bring babies to horror movies and act shocked when they cry. What you're looking for is already inside you. I remember when I was dating this rich guy and he asked out of the blue if I could date a struggling guy. My reply was no due to certain personal reasons. This guy then looked me in the eyes and said, "Do you know to me, you're the struggling guy." That feeling when a cop follows you all the way home from work. Running to improve lung health so I can smoke more cigarettes. Instead of remaking great movies, they should remake bad movies that were based on good stories but did not meet expectations. My fat A was drunk last night and had a photo shoot with my McDonald's hash brown at 4 AM. Don't understand why electricians aren't called Power Rangers, but okay. Large woman. Subjectively, tonight I'm going to make your my chair. Her husband. Don't do it. I don't want to lie. When you're eating with your friends and see your dad walking with another family. Respect people who wear glasses. They paid money to see you. You saw me and didn't even say hi. Me. The woke left has taken over Amazon. Collar for dogs. Collar for dogs. I'm sorry for what the Americans did at Pearl Harbor. Square root of minus she the whole square. She just got real. God forbid a girl enjoy the aquarium. Please don't flash the octopus. Every day I wake up and it's too hot. Crying. Do you suck? I don't know if I'm getting judged or invited. When you're home alone doing weird stuff and you hear a key in the door. Yesterday's high was 37. It slow as me texting my ex what you doing at 1 AM and her responding right now, wiping dumb off my chest. She already got 20 guys calling her beautiful, be different, call her fat. When you lie on your resume and still get the job. White people when there's a haunted house. What a great place to raise a family. Black people when there's a haunted house. Basic math. No square root of -1. Advanced math. Square root of -1 equals imaginary. Basic physics. 3 states of matter. Advanced physics. 7 states of matter. Basic biology. 2x male female. Advanced biology. X is not equal to gender. No, my 2 genderinos. Why don't you like that person? They seem so nice. You know who else seemed to be nice? When a website asks for $5 to do what 10k plus sites do for free. Missouri has 2 major cities and they both look like they are desperately trying to get out of the state. Kansas City, St. Louis. Healthy food, junk food, but how? Being called smart because you have a variety of information on different subjects, but in reality it's all surface level intelligence and you don't feel like you're really good at anything. I love my job. Teaches kids stuff 60k per year. Helps addicts get sober 60k per year. Helps people stay alive 80k per year. I hate my job. Sells people stuff 220k per year. Does nothing 350k per year. Makes software that chills people 450k per year. Finally I found a meme that won't offend anyone. Girls I like. Girls that like me. Who the F said I like you? He was winning and I got mad. UK folks lining up for a new license. Rare snapshot of Chuck Norris arriving to kindergarten after dropping off his parents at work. When people say you look so familiar, I ask you watch that kind of stuff on the internet. The conversation ends immediately. You were born. Birthday. Anxiety. You lied. Seth Day. Hi, I'm a glass sponge and I can live up to 15,000 years. Release the Epstein files. Men, what's preventing you from dressing like this? I understand drier settings. Me in the bottom level of purgatory, spending all my time explaining Yu-Gi-Oh to some B from the 1300s. Trying to find the right spot to sit around a campfire be like. You look nervous. No way really. When your crush is giving mixed signals and you want to be sure. What does it feel like f***ing a girl or putting pen in? Girl, this post is inappropriate and disrespectful. I won't be commenting on it. You just did. No, you can't shut down in middle of nowhere. Thank you for bringing me back home from battlefield even when I passed out from my wounds. Nay. Young people are full of energy. Me at 7 AM. Me holding her halo while she's on demon time. When someone says take care and you take it very seriously. Commenting it's AI, look at the hands there, or left up on a photo my high school ex took of her new baby. The only way to forget the mistakes you made in the past is to make even bigger and grave mistakes in the present. How I view memes now: creativity, humor, solid resolution, AI. Me explaining 9 years of memes before my therapist can understand the ones about my feelings. Would you like to donate $1 to help the poor? Me, lol, there is 90% chance this card is gonna get declined. I'm the poor. HR, using AI to auto apply is unethical, so is using AI filters to reject candidates. Zoning out and thinking about double bacon cheeseburgers mid-conversation. Your childhood shows are back. They will air on streaming service Disney Plus and Hulu as kids don't watch TV anymore. Me after I fall asleep in a tank top. Swear jar, telling people I'm sober when I wasn't asked jar. When the doctor tells you to take your pills at 11 AM but you take it at 10 AM to surprise the virus. Sometimes my genius is, it's almost frightening. If you put googly eyes on the pillars of creation you get Muppets. I just realized I do yoga every day. Payment processors, the UK government, discriminating against poo. Cinematography is art, storytelling is art, music is art, architecture is art, painting and sculpting are art, video games are not art, but how? We need their support. You're doing great. You are gaming at 2 AM and suddenly overthinking creeps in. Pull, mid-Vale School for the Gifted. When you say perhaps instead of maybe. Man forced to come up with 45 seconds of facial expressions while waitress lists off specials. When you slam the toilet seat at 3 AM by accident, now all of China knows you're here. Japan have too many problems just like any other countries. Actual Japanese, I agree bro. Japan have too many problems just like any other countries. Non-Japanese, why you got boo hurt and criticizing my dream country Japan. It doesn't have any problems because I see it on anime. We still talk about you. Such a beautiful day. Horn. When the waiter comes out with food but it's not yours. My lotion bottle says to use it on areas of irritation, so I slathered it all over my co-worker Deborah. Me studying at 2 AM because I chose to be happy all day. Not all dogs are good boys. Some are good girls. I can't go to the mall because everyone thinks I'm Taylor Swift. Wait, which one are you? Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone turns 20. Where are the actors now? Daniel Radcliffe, Emma Watson, Rupert Grint, Tom Felton. The Gen Z stare is rude. Ma'am, you just asked me what kind of brown am I. Whoever placed this ad is now looking for a job. You're so easy to talk to. Or thank you, I have not been listening. 6-year-olds on their way to comment nostalgia on a 10-year-old song. The British government for absolutely no reason. Inconveniencing Horn British one. This one sparks joy. Telling British parents to stop their kids from watching Ton. This one does not spark joy. Splitting 50-50 in a restaurant. Splitting 50-50 in a divorce. I miss you. She's busy lil bro. Video. You think you're making me mad but realistically I'm gonna go to this twin. Hey kid, wanna hear a scary story? One day you will be able to do whatever you want and you will choose to stay home alone. Keys, glasses, phone, debit card and purse. Turn off iron and stove. When you finish an exam and your friends are arguing whether the answer was 75 or 80 but what you got was -4. Everyone. Ozzy Osbourne lied, this is so sad. Ozzy Osbourne and the Bat in Hell. Put on my dad uniform today and began the journey of fatherhood. I had to use my dad's actual shoes cause my wife wouldn't let me buy dad shoes. I know a good company when I see one. The Sofa King. I'm so fucking happy. No one, me. I just need to lose this and I'll be. People born in 30 will be 1995 this year. Seth. Happy people. People who genuinely want to lie. Flirting with the chubby girl at the gym is like buying Bitcoin in 2009. It's time to run a blood test. OC, this is the funniest she I have seen all goddamn week. Does anyone else randomly feel a heartbeat in random parts of their body, or do I need to see a doctor? This guy found the best spot in the park to rest. 7-year-old me. I don't want to be angry like my dad when I grow up. Me at this slightest inconvenience right now. Employee attitudes. We don't expect our staff members to come to work with a "I'm just here for the money" mindset. Management team. There is literally no other reason why we would be here. Guys, saying X instead of Twitter doesn't make me feel weird anymore. It doesn't matter if he's 5 feet 3 inch or 6 feet 4 inch, they're all the same height when they're letting you down. Highest grossing films, Superman. Worldwide gross, $7. How Americans feel after correcting a Balkan guy who learned English as his 17th language. China, please, I don't understand what I did wrong. Plague Inc. players. Vampire, Sunlight, Superman, Kryptonite, CEOs, Coldplay concerts. M-Beta from a Swedish 1918 medical textbook. Me trying to figure out what's happening in the world through memes because I refuse to watch the news. How are unicorns fake but giraffes are real? Like, what's more believable, a horse with a horn or a leopard moose camel with a 40-foot neck? Headphones ain't enough, I need the song Up My A. VPN companies today. Starks. Me in a nutshell. Help. When you hear the toilet, then don't hear the sink. Me. Just how many countries do you wanna offend? China, yes. American, English, French toast, made in China. I'm not a dietitian, but if you eat pizza right at midnight, your body doesn't know if the calories go towards yesterday or today, so they don't count. When you realize that when you gamble you can win 2000% of your money but you can only lose 100%. I'm still tired from yesterday's tired. My family aren't being supportive. Hey guys, I'm on day 10. Day 10. Of what? 10 days without any ambition or self. What? That's disgusting. Why the F would you tell us that? Cause I was happy. He's a reffing clown. No grandson of mine speaks like this. Schools. Students who memorize everything. School students who are good at problem solving. Students who are good at creative and critical thinking. My dog just got a haircut and now it looks like he gave up drinking and got his life together. When she starts talking about where she wanna go eat, but I got enough points on a McDonald's app for a free McChicken and $1 fries. When you're trying to avoid someone in public but they still said hi and now you gotta act surprised. You have heard of peanut butter and banana sandwich, now get ready for peanut butter and banana hot dog. Matt Pat in 2019 getting a lot of criticism for not linking Heartbound and clickbaiting it as something related to Undertale. Everyone who hates pirate software, he was a hero, I just couldn't see it. Every wedding should also have a worse man because I bet his speech would be so entertaining. See also, Made of Dishonor. Why was I born? To like, subscribe and hit that bell. I'm not like your boyfriend, I know how to dress. You look like a Bizel. You're really paying $150 for a weighted blanket. 5-year-old me showing my mom the list of things I promised my friends will be on my birthday party. Scientists have found that women experience the highest level of stress when their husbands are lying on the couch doing nothing. I paid for his beer and that of his guys. Everyone loved me. I didn't know it was such a big deal for guys. My friend has a girl who feeds all of us on weekends. Anytime he looks at another girl we slap him on her behalf. Be me, watching The Office with my girlfriend. Cute moment between Jim and Pam. Girlfriend whispers, can't wait to find my Jim. My face when. Barren map, mostly water, repetitive gameplay, worst combat system ever, no checkpoints, can't save, barely any story, no instant travel, all the interesting content is locked behind a paywall. Finally found the car used to draw as a kid. Me, opportunities I missed because of my shyness and low self-esteem. Mineralized animal remains, most government officials, fossil. I wake up 5 minutes late, the entire day is ruined. Change the R in rope to an H, relax edgelord, it's called wholesome humor. How the head of HR at my company looks at me when Coldplay announces new tour dates. I want fictional content. Visa MasterCard collective shout. New rules. Here's what you're not allowed to make or enjoy or else no service. I don't want draconian rules and regulations or censorship of any kind. I want my fictional content to be enjoyable, uncensored, unrestricted, and the creative freedom so visions and livelihoods aren't ruined. When the friend group is roasting you but the friend who is the easiest target starts laughing a little too hard. Me when I get perfect score on a difficult exam. We listen and we don't judge the face I'm listening with. I would like to present a conspiracy theory. Justin, Venmo and PayPal users can now send money to the US government to help pay down $36.6 trillion national debt. Me yawning. Everyone else near me. Me and my grandma when we used to chill together. How's your new job going? Me, trying to be positive. My chair is reasonably comfortable for short periods of time. Taylor Swift's former Cornelia Street townhouse is currently on the market, listed at $18 million, so if 18 people put in $100 we could live there. You realizing the game is called Sonic because of the name of the characters. Saw this cloud and thought it looked like a girl sleeping, so one thing led to another and I sketched this. That's a cowboy hat actually. I'm the effing goat. Am I even worthy of love? Therapist, you need to open up more. Me, I can't. Therapist, why not? Me, let me visualize it for you. Bruh, why did they make Garfield look cartoony and then was like, alright normal, you're a regular cat. Does your dog bite? No. Fortnite Fantastic Foreskins. Release date speculation. The what? My wife tries to leave me because of my gasoline drinking addiction but her car won't start. I wonder why. Jelly Roll makes music for people who have tattoos of their children but don't have custody of them. You and your child are driving late at night along a deserted road. You come across a van full of money with the driver led from an apparent heart attack. What lesson do you teach your child? Lift with your legs, not your back. The best thing about dogs is you can act like something really good just happened and they'll instantly start celebrating too. They have no idea what the context is, they are just always ready to party no matter what. Gets a headache when a guy wearing a turban stands too close. So it's okay for a cat to run away and hide under the bed when visitors come, but when I do it, it's rude and antisocial. Me, films on my watch list for months, films I heard of 3 minutes ago. Grandmother, mother, daughter, in engineering terms lefty loosey righty tighty. Internet. OMG, the Chinese girl's name is Chu Chang, that's so disrespectful. Germans when Hans Seppelschnitzel enters the scene. A German who is not an a. Instead of LMAO or lol I'm gonna start using Batman. Blow air through my nose, because that's what I really do when I read something funny. When the writers need a quick way to show to the audience how a character is super smart. Checkmate. Me watching myself progressively become a shio and angrier person. The immortal crumb in my air fryer that keeps getting cooked over and over. Men should not wear women's clothing. You guys have tweeted this so many times, and every time you get ratioed by photos of you absolutely know what you are doing. Me looking at the person who caught me talking to myself. A small toddler is the closest thing you can have to a Pokemon. It follows you around, you love it daily, no one else can understand what it's saying, and it is obedient only when it wants to be. The main difference is that training it to fight other toddlers is frowned upon. Fellas, don't let an $8 sundress from China cost you $100,000 in child support and your boat. Good job Nvidia, now I can cook and play. Flirting versus harassment. That dress looks sexy on you. Flirting. That dress looks sexy on you. Harassment. A horse-drawn bus from the 1890s. There is no way a horse drew this. It's a photograph. Me looking at emails I sent admiring how professional I sound. I'm both dumber and smarter than you think. Never estimate me. Telling my kids this was taken at a Coldplay concert. Remember this little guy? He became a Jedi. You're single, right? And I'm single too. Do you know what that means? We are ugly. It's not a Sunday unless you completely wasted, then feel really sad around 8 p.m. When you win the lottery jackpot and your wife and kids start screaming we are rich while jumping up and down. You look like an American character in a Japanese game. I can't unsee this. Steve Harvey, stop sending me this shit. When was the word dad invented? 1500s. Dad was first recorded in English sometime in the 1500s, but its ancestry isn't clear. People before 1500s. When you look up how to build muscle and the second step is 8 hours of sleep. Waitress, how do you like your steak? Man, same way I like my ex. Waitress, so very rare then. AI slop, cast it into the fire, destroy it. People with no talent, no. Going to sleep because you're tired. Going to sleep because you have had enough of being conscious. When you only wanted to get a few things off your chest but instead let 23 years worth of anger out and now everybody's crying. When she tells you to come over and smash but you get the wrong idea. Me watching a YouTube video, but before we continue I want to tell you about my new sponsor, me. Breaking. Scientists warn that Earth could run out of conspiracy theories by 2025 if they keep coming true at the current rate. Kids today will not understand, but this TV was a symbol of extreme wealth back in the day. When I was 8 I got lost at the mall and started crying because I couldn't find my mom, so then a security guard came to help me, but I punched him in the puts as hard as I could because stranger danger, and that dude still had to help me find my mom. I think about him a lot. POV, you're walking away from an argument, but someone mutters something under one's breath. There are two types of people in this world. Number 1, number 2. Sewer was blocked by large poo. A Winnie the Pooh teddy bear was found dumped in a manhole in East Kilbride, South Lanarkshire. When you're getting along with your co-worker then they take it too far and hit the we should hang out outside of work. Marvel fans when their wife has a crossover with their best friend in the bed. When you see someone get out of a car with California plates and walk towards a buffalo. Me stepping out of the cinema with a new personality and a weird surge of motivation. When you repeat a word so many times that the word itself don't make sense anymore. Tech company creates AI grandma that keeps phone scammers occupied and furious. I'm going to ruin this whole man's career. Funny socks. Nobody. The sun after blinding someone 93 million miles away. The sniper. Me after I told all my secrets just to keep the conversation going. First worlder, doesn't even know the name of his president. Third worlder, lie-hard nationalist. Every time I read the word Labubu, this is what I think. I think it's time to say goodbye to Prince Abubu. Burglar, aren't you gonna call the cops? Me. Why? No one else knows you're here. Horses, after being instrumental for centuries in warfare and travel, hearing that a dog is a man's best friend. You watch a new show. It's good and the last episode has a cliffhanger. The show got cancelled. Company with poor management. Company with good management. Company where I work. I can't believe there are people who have spare time to exercise in the morning. LMAO, it's like they don't even take time to process the trauma that comes from waking up and realizing you exist. We demand the list. Alright, we'll give out free healthcare and we'll also put out regulations for corporations owning land that provides for cheaper housing. Just stop asking about the files. Consistency is key. Never stop begging. Doesn't matter if they say no 200 times. One of them is weak. You just have to find out who. Two Buddhist nations, Cambodia and Thailand, fighting over a Hindu temple. Buddha, did you guys even read my book? When you have been eating all day and you're not sure if you're disgusted with yourself or want to finish strong with something sweet. Government employees being let go. You can't do this to us, the rest of us in the private sector. First time. My favorite part of the day is when I'm in my bed like this. I'm still convinced I can do this. Announcing the new update. Releasing the new update. White women when they say gracious to a waiter at a Mexican restaurant. People don't care about the morality here. They're just thrilled to see a rich CEO finally suffering the consequences of his actions. Tell us about UK freedom, Dad. You could criticize the government, watch whatever you wanted, leave the house when you wanted to. I even went to a protest once. Effing legend. The 8-year-old just asked why the tooth fairy doesn't just dig up dead people to get teeth. I don't know, but it's a bloody good question. The voices in my head. Progress takes time. We don't have time. I asked Grok this. I asked ChatGPT that. I asked GLaDOS and she told me to chill myself and I'm little. Furries will spend hours detailing Dragon Tea but will never get the proportions right on a Nintendo Switch. Man's showering is like 3% cleaning yourself, 46% planning a revolt against industrial society, 51% shadow boxing. How 68 probably feels being stuck between the corniest numbers. We have received your application. You'll actually review my resume manually, right? Manually, right. When you can't sleep so you pull out this position. Who's the most dangerous human alive right now? My cousin Randy posts a lot of pictures on Facebook of skeletons riding motorcycles and stuff with captions about how loyal he is, but if you betray him, he can be your worst nightmare, so probably him. Telling people that I'm at university getting a degree. Being at university trying to get a degree. I'm absolutely losing it. Stopped into this Little Caesars just trying to get a $6 pizza and ended up in a full-on action movie. Just as I grabbed my order, this furious dude barges in yelling about how I cut him off in traffic earlier. Before I can even respond, he throws a punch, but then out of nowhere the guy behind the counter jumps over it, like he's been waiting for this moment his whole life, and just beats the living hell out of the guy. The guy ran off and the cashier just dusted himself off. I said, "Are you okay, man?" and he looked me dead in the eye and said, "B, this is Little Caesars. We always hot and ready. 5 stars. Will absolutely return." As an adult I can literally do whatever I want to, but I always end up wanting to just go to sleep. I blame Saturday morning cartoons for my love of redheads and bitch. A sign sighted at a Rhode Island No Kings rally. I definitely can get behind this. The only boots worth licking are worn by goth girls. When you see your charger cord full of bite marks. Of course I did it, so what? Me every morning before work making a plan for how I would survive if I just quit today. 2 photos taken just 21 years apart show how much the sea level has risen thanks to climate change. In my defense, the flight attendant said please familiarize yourself with all the safety features aboard the aircraft. How it feels to be a one in the UK right now, they don't want folks like us no more. Seth note, oh. West Virginians watching everyone complain about unaffordable housing. This game is easy, it's just a visual novel, the game. What successful rage bait looks like. My boss is a grown A man. Hear you on your way. Yes, okay. I'm also an adult man and I use okay all the time. Normalize being a silly little guy, goofy and fun loving, full of joyous whimsy. Europe maxing. 1. Wake up without an alarm. 2. Meet with friends for coffee. 3. Have lunch with same friends. 4. Start day drinking. 5. Do nothing else. Doctor, describe your morning routine. Me. Denial, anger, bargaining, depression, acceptance. Doctor, morning. Me. I know how to spell it. Corporations when they are stealing artwork from the public. AI is the wave of the future. Corporations when the public is getting copies of their work. It's stealing. Not sure whether to set this thing to email or bacon. I can't wait for warm summer nights outside on the patio. 326 mosquitoes liked your post. Me listening to songs about selling pills and chilling people on my way to a regular 9 to 5 job. Survived the Taco Bell combo box, the porta potty didn't. As the world gets dumber I can't help but think Pizza Hut should give a personal pan pizza to every adult who reads 12 books over the summer. Me if my sister is being nice to me. My cat always wakes me at 4 AM. Today I woke him first. You're not cool unless you have a side cat. Why do you always want to change your life before you fall asleep, then in the morning you wake up like F that LMAO? Today at dinner my grandma said you know many men these days are becoming G because women are too loud, and I said are you sure, and she said yes. The Balkan is more democratic than the West because on the Balkan a regular citizen can bribe governmental officials, whereas in the West this is reserved only for very rich people and companies. Get new idea, start new project, tell everyone, finish project. The sun watching you steal its heat, turn it into electricity and then use it to cool your room. Me before and after I think about life for 5 seconds. Very okay, I'm sad. Won an argument with the boss, colleagues, carefully he's a hero. Me looking at myself in the little Zoom box while someone else is talking. Me, I should start eating salads. Me an hour later, I'm just a cheap nasty low down trailer park burger SL. Fishing as a hobby and sport. Fishing as a livelihood and career. Mace window, axe window, machete window, unarmed window, out the window. He is still typing, why is he taking so long? Where is that emoji? The plant in my room watching it rain outside. I want to be more than friends. Me, you wanna be cousins. The client list is real, so is the Tooth Fairy and Santa Claus. I recreated a 400-year-old alchemy potion for depression, and then tried it. Men will literally study Paracelsus, translate 1600s alchemical texts and distill potions for melancholy before going to therapy. If you don't dance, why are you at the party? Me. Viral hippo Moodeng celebrates her birthday happy, moist and unbothered, and with a 44-pound cake. I bet the guy who named the term whale wasn't allowed to name things anymore after that. No better sight than seeing this as a 10-year-old with your friends after an afternoon baseball game. Baba, what do you want? I really liked the ending scene of Fast and Furious 7. Baba, say no more. Sack he wants some tea, herbal or verbal. Hex maniac, OMG her and a horse. Scariest comment anyone can ever receive actually. So you're telling me you buy water in a bottle when it falls from the sky for free? Me, I don't like spicy food. Friend, try it, it's not too spicy. Me. Using AI to apply for jobs. HR, using AI to reject job applications. If you're ever lost in the woods, look for the North Star. Its twinkling will comfort you as you lie. How it feels having two accounts. I'm a little too self-aware to enjoy life and a little too delusional to give up. I went to GameStop the other night and the guy there tried to sell me Resident Evil. I said no thanks pal, I already got one and it's called my wife. I finally got a girlfriend. Sigh. When will I be loved? Will you be my girlfriend? Yeah, I'll take anything at this point. When the distractions wear off and I genuinely start losing my effing mind. Teacher did one of those word cloud things with a virtual response thing for the question what makes rabbits so special. I submitted the word soft 600 times. Cucumbers are really good for memory. Someone stuck one up my friend's A 30 years ago and he still remembers. I'm ready for society to move on from these. Bully, where did you get that shirt? Me, sweating nervously. G-Town. Peruvian jockeys race without horses for a charity event. F1 please. Do you realize that doxing is a crime? Please show me the law. I'm not reading that. How the worst day in 2016 used to look like. Being far right is so corny bro. Yeah, I'm the master app but I'm also under the control of the inferior one. This duo raised a whole generation of movie watchers. Lucid Dream Startup says people can work in their sleep. Me waking up to go to work after working an 8-hour shift in my dreams. I'm growing a mustache that leads into sideburns that go up to a single strip of hair that wraps all the way around my head. It's a complete circle of hair. It's unforgivable and I'm doing this as an open challenge to God. This woman on TikTok asked what centaurs do with their arms when they are galloping and I can't stop thinking about it. Can't today. I'm busy watching the season finale of the United States. Me after I do the dishes. Before you judge a man, walk a mile in his shoes. That way you're a mile away and you have his shoes. Proverb. When you figure out who the chiller is before the episode ends. So technically Moses is the first man to download files from the cloud using a tablet. Once in kindergarten a girl asked me to write Supergirl on her arm since I was the only kid who could write, so I wrote she on her arm and I hid under the table for like 30 minutes. Then the teacher found me and yelled at me, then called my parents and my dad laughed so hard he cried. If the hardcore band's guitarist looks like this, you are about to lie in that pit. When someone replies to your meme with another meme, finally someone who speaks English. Why older men don't get hired. Job interview. Human resources manager. What is your greatest weakness? Old man. My honesty. Human resources manager. I don't think honesty is a weakness. Old man. I don't give a ref what you think. Other drivers. Wow, that guy is driving like a why is he in such a rush? Me when I get home. Me watching incoming call that's about to turn into missed call. Prototype of XF907 Ultra stealth aircraft achieves complete invisibility via exterior coating consisting of the signed client list. Wife didn't want anything from Burger King. I got home and went to the bathroom and came back to this. A man who stabbed his wife to death felt bad about the ladder, so he traveled across multiple states to ladder his ex-wife because she, unlike his first victim, deserved it. Make good movies. Make terrible movies and blame audience and superhero genre. Spider-Man when you are watching alone. Spider-Man when your parents walk in. Friend, why are you laughing? Me, nothing. Brain, peaky blenders. Kids these days don't know the struggle. Estimated time left, 4,381 years. Nobody builds better Seth stars than me, okay? The Empire came to me, they said, "Sir, we need something tremendous, something huge." And I said, "Let's do it. We'll make the galaxy great again." Dollars. Help the people of Earth, my son. Sniders. Do not let them make the same mistakes as us. Guns. Build a harem. Get many as you can get and F the hell out of them. Rule over the world, my son. Enjoying pineapple juice. Oh, you must be trying to make your dumb sweeter. What's on my mind? What I say. Never mind, I'm okay. Me thinking it's normal to listen to the same song 272 times. Autism. Superman. I can only reverse time for emergencies. Me, looking at my corn dog on the ground. Superman, please. Me remembering a time when I didn't have to grunt every time I sat down or stood up. When I type I'm ducking mad, this is what I mean. You good in bed? Yep, haven't pissed in it in 10 years. When you land a joke with perfect comedic timing but everyone just ignores you, you have reached the house of unrecognized talent. IP address. They know where IP. Always use original product. When you're both typing, so you erase the message to let them speak first but they do the same thing. I am so glad they make substitutes for chewing on drywall and cables. When the washer and dryer did their job and now it's time to do yours. My girlfriend wanted to have a conversation about me being too childish but she didn't know the password to get in. Them, how hot do you want them wings? Me. A guy who sends me a picture of his D. It's like when my cat brings me a lead mouse. I can see he's very proud of himself but it disgusts me. I want to tell you about a girl who only eats plants. You have probably never heard of her before. My A is reduced for quick sale $2. Things should be free, like why can't I just have one? Sometimes I spoil myself. 6 AM, 6:01 AM. Japan figuring out how to sell ramen to Americans, and a gun. Me during the Cloud Wars of 2053 when I have to loot the final Emperor gunshot at the Iron Giant and Optimus Prime. I don't understand why men never talk about how they feel, right? It's so strange. I feel like she bro. LMAO, stop crying, stop acting like you are 12, someone else has it worse. What gives people feelings of power, money, status? Sending the new guy for a tool that doesn't exist. It's got electrolytes. Idiocracy. 2006, 2012, 2018, 2024. Hey Gatorade, I'm having trouble opening the lid to some of your bottles. Any ideas what the problem is? We are very sorry to hear you're having trouble with our twist off caps. Maybe hit the gym once or twice, you effing noisy. Everywhere I go, I see his face. Anyone in 2025? Honkers, she left me for a hybrid. I didn't even hear him coming. We have seen eclipses on Earth, so here's an eclipse from Mars. This is Mars's moon Phobos eclipsing the sun. Humiliating. Looks like she. Yet another massive W for Earth, the best planet in the universe. This is Tatsuma Samuratsume, born Jakob Sebastian Bjork. He is a Swedish immigrant who became a Japanese citizen in 2015. This is kinda like moving to the UK and naming yourself Leonhart Excalibur. My girlfriend. You, it's so small. Me, her boyfriend. We are not horses. Me about to go on a first date. Is it cool if a couple of my friends join us? Haha. My posture for 5 seconds after I realize I was slouching. People who put the milk first. People who put the cereal first. People who put the bowl first. When your roommate asks why you still have a beard after borrowing his trimmer. Grok 4 as an anime girl. Mecha hit. Dad, did you go to the same school as me? Yes, the same school as you, only 35 years ago. Why do you ask? Well, Mrs. Johnson said today that she hasn't seen an idiot like me in 35 years. Man shaves 1.7 seconds off 4-hour flight by standing up as soon as plane lands. I find your obsession with the Epstein files disturbing. Any attempt to release them will be considered an act of rebellion, and rebellion must be crushed. How gambling feels when you win. How gambling feels when you lose. I just need to play more to cover it up. Something touched my foot. Something touched my foot. The answer to all my problems probably isn't pizza, but I'm gonna double check. Star Wars. Let the franchise go, Kathleen. You turned the fan base against me. You have done that yourself. I caught my husband eating the last of the ice cream last night. First of all, we are supposed to be dieting together. Second of all, I was going to eat that. Homie, nah bro, lacking on is not affecting my life at all. Also him. Female priest was arrested for doing to males, telling them she's gonna take their demons out. Oh my god, that's disgusting. Where? My new business cards just arrived. Alex Taylor, please do not contact me. You're at the age where both 1990 and 2003 are flirting with you. Cum waters have never made good sailors. Give that girl from the asylum a chance. Rumi. When I'm given verbal instructions and I dissociate right on the most important part. Shane Gillis tricked the SP's crowd into believing his friend's wife was a WNBA star. 4 times WNBA All-Star Brittany Hicks is here. Give it up for Brittany, everybody. I'm just joking around. That's my friend's wife. I knew none of you knew WNBA players. You can't drink coffee then take a nap. You underestimate my power. Me while driving. I need to clean this car out, it's so messy. Gets out of car. Car ceases to exist. Next day, me while driving. I need to clean this car out, it's so messy. Gets out of car. Car ceases to exist. Repeat forever and ever. When your life is a joke. The traumatized urge to over-explain everything so that you're understood. How I look after farting and it smells like sewage. Came home with 2 baddies. Harry Potter and the Chamber of Gas, 1941. Me trying to read my own handwriting. Me when the floor is wet and I forgot my smartphone in another room. Pleased to announce my wife and I finally completed a 6-hour negotiation to pick out the movie she's going to look at her phone to while I fall asleep on the couch. Dad, have you ever been in a gang? Yes. There's literally no law that says you can't put your friends down as your references and pretend they were your boss at an old job. Literally there's no law that says that. Imagine thinking 15 is 5 3s not 3 5s. Sick, disgusting she. Sharing reels with her, liking reels so that she will see in her feed, saving reels so that she can see in her feed and share it with me. I consent, I don't. Nobody. Expert thief when Theodore Oz walks in with 5 stars. South Park writing their new episode after signing the Paramount contract. Everything is a sign if you're crazy enough. Me if I use the same flirting gimmick as Pedro Pascal. They, your time will come, my time. When my ex cheated on me, he was sobbing and I said calmly, stop crying, I will take you back if you let me cut your hair, and he was saying, don't cut a lot, and a lot I did, and man was he crying bad when he seen how much and didn't take him back. I still have his hair in a ceramic mushroom. Van Gogh's Coldplay. When life cooked you so hard you stopped playing that one game you used to grind every night. The original cast compared to the cast for the upcoming Harry Potter series on HBO Max in their roles. Shout out to my lawyer, I was facing 30 days in jail but he got me 9 years of probation. What did they even do? Sell quack. Never buy a mask at a thrift store. Born to say, are you effing stupid? Forced to say, wow, I have never thought about it like that before. What's something that starts with S, ends with X and never disappoints? Switching to Firefox. What are some of the best replies you have ever got from someone? I once texted a prostitute complimenting her and she said, it was business doing pleasure with you. Fantastic foreskins are coming to Fortnite. It is one of the most wanted collabs ever. Fantastic are coming to Fortnite. Falling for an actress. Falling for an influencer. That one pretty girl in mall you made eye contact with for 2 seconds knowing it's the first and last time you're seeing her. When you're about to eat a cherry flavored fruit roll up. Watching enough to be in a nursing home argue over which wars to start and who to give my money to. Me enjoying the internet before everyone went on the same 10 websites and surfing the web was an adventure because each site had a personality. I'm not good looking. I don't care. How that astronomer CEO and HR lady were at the Coldplay concert. Nobody talks about Jesus's miracle of having 12 close friends in his 30s. When you're exhausted but you stay up late anyways because it's the only time the house is actually quiet. A real adult life hack is to tell absolutely no one that you have the day off until we meet again. Me, my team is like my family. Me, no support at all. Before and after. Heroin, powder, alcohol, motorcycle. Don't press Ctrl plus Shift plus Window plus Alt plus L. Worst mistake of my life. Me at 3 AM watching my video game character get a full night of sleep. When you're on the bus but there's nothing to hold on to. My outfit. My socks. When koalas fail to find a partner they give up and go back to sleep in frustration. UK citizens waking up. The rule 4 site is blocked. This is how I keep track of Myrtle the turtle while I clean her tank. Remember Draco and Ron from Harry Potter? This is them now. When you're trying to remember what you just remembered 4 seconds ago. In Liar Liar, 1997, Fletcher Reed cannot lie for a day and could have used this to answer the most fundamental questions in the universe but he chose to ruin a father's life instead. Alright, I'll adjust. Food that will hurt my stomach later. Me. When people ask how I know so much about so many different topics, I have quit more things than you have started. Bro, just go. Can you put some Subway Surfers gameplay on the bottom of the video? This is me relaxing after winning an argument with my mom. Never thought I would lie fighting side by side with a goo. How about side by side with a friend? Don't touch me. 17 years ago. What game is that? 5 hours ago. Half-Life 2. 4 hours ago. Thanks. How it feels giving bro advice knowing I go insane every 3 days. Dad, yes son, why do we have 2 controllers and only 1 car on the screen? Recently asked a cute waitress out. We had been chatting here and there for a few weeks, thought we had a good thing going. She apologizes and says she had a boyfriend. I tell her no worries, her boyfriend is a lucky guy. Ask if we can still be friends and she smiles and says of course. I leave restaurant. Pay a homeless man $50 to let me up for 10 minutes. Feel better. So where do you see yourself in 50 years? Me. What if grass licked your feet when you stepped on it? I would do a split. Every day we stray further from God's grace. Do you need some anti-itch cream? Me. Nah, I'm good bro. Back in my day, we unlocked characters by playing, not by paying. The problem with 10:30 PM is that it comes exactly 1 minute before 2:30 AM if you're not careful. How it feels working at a bank. Motivational speaker, truck driver. If money grew on trees girls would date monkeys. My government steals my $100, then spends $200 on $50 of stuff that I didn't ask for. Every time I stay home I would rather be out, but every time I go out I would rather be home. When she asks what movie we are watching on movie night and you tell her we are making one. You're a draw. No, you're a draw. Friend, don't move. 2 seconds later. Perfect way to use a laptop, me. Impressive. Interesting news for the internet. Now let's get back to things that matter. The Files Phase 1. The sun did us good. The sun gave your friend a mad haircut. Me smiling at you like this because I didn't hear anything you just said. How people think guys get big arms. How they actually get big arms. Boo. Dear change. What's up? Not anymore. Just ask your sister. I don't even have a sister. Dumb F. Just wait 9 months. This is Bill. Bill has a girlfriend. Bill doesn't touch her public, he does that at home. Bill is a gentleman. Be like Bill. Grok 4. Grok 3. Ultron is easily the best villain in the MCU. My man spent 5 minutes on the internet and decided the human race needed to go. I couldn't agree more. Japanese design firm Kenji Abe has designed a glass beer bottle that you can stick into the sand on the beach. My grandfather, after he begins to talk in detail about things that happened 50 years ago. Me when asked to explain something that happened a week ago. I never found Hawk Tuah funny, not the first time, nor the second, nor the third, nor the fifth, nor the 100th, nor the millionth. What you doing this weekend? Me, enjoying my rent. I had to update my driver's license photo at the DMV and I complained that I looked terrible in it, and the guy said, "Lady, that's literally exactly what you look like," and now my day is ruined. How being sick feels like. Stalking. I was just educating myself on your law. Leonardo DiCaprio rescued a man from drowning after hearing a distress call while on his yacht. Imagine drowning in the middle of the ocean with no hope and Leo DiCaprio saves you out of nowhere. LMAO. Unpopular opinion. Skinner wasn't evil. He was just a chef that didn't want a rat in his kitchen. Why are men scared to talk to women? I operate under the assumption that every woman wants to be left alone. My final thought before making most decisions. F it. When you download a ton game to but the story and gameplay are genuinely good. Me sweating in bed because I must have a blanket, no matter the temperature. Using my memory loss privileges to rewatch my favorite shows every 2 years. My mom asked me if I was lay and I was like, no way, I love big fat mocks in my mouth, and she still got upset. I bring home about 6 figures a month. The figures. When you don't know what you're feeling, but you're feeling something. Slavic couples be like. POV. You're trying to survive that random wave of tiredness that hits at 3 to 5 PM. When you finally buy something you always wanted but it isn't as cool as you thought it would be. My wife had a dream that I have a secret second wife named Linda. Now when she's mad at me, I just say Linda wouldn't get mad about that. When the selfie comes out better than expected, so you have to show it off. Men don't appreciate land anymore, cause you're wearing it to Topgolf. You look happier. Thanks, I now live in a low diversity area. OMG, I just read that China is 12 hours ahead of America. Why didn't they warn them about NIL? That's such bullshit. F you China, like 3 billion people lied. The T in her name is silent, guys. I just wanted to show my boyfriend all the eggs we have. Should I block him? Did you lay all of those? Good girl. Ugh, when are you gonna stop fighting? Finally, I think they are getting along. Cheating on an exam by memorizing all the content beforehand so I can easily answer the questions. Imagine She's got her Avengers candy bag. She's dressed up as the Wasp for Halloween, escorted by her father Paul Rudd, who played Ant-Man in the actual blockbuster film Ant-Man and the Wasp, but he's decided to go as Weird Al Yankovic. Father Christmas. Joseph Stapp. Favorite color is red. Beautiful and bushy mustache. Knows if you're good or bad. Everyone is equal. Lives in a cold place. Owns a work camp. Gives out free things. Study shows eating under a sundress cures depression. Me driving home from work knowing I'm only going home to eat and sleep so I can do it all again tomorrow. You're the worst I have ever had in bed. There is no way she could make that judgment in 37 seconds. I bet he's thinking about the big weekend. Me. Think I'll try her mom if we get a divorce. Group of drunk men steal military tank, drive it across the town to liquor store and buy beer. The T-55 tank, 60 years old, is the property of Polish military. HR when they need something from you. HR when you need something from them. If I had to explain my life in chords. Me working up the courage to tell my calorie counting app that I ate an entire birthday cake. Me doing a minimum wage 12-hour shift while knowing that I could make twice the money for half the work. Leave me alone, please. Doing ton. Coward. We have a new world to conquer. You make me sick. I finally stopped drinking for good. Now I drink for evil. Summer got me like. Stop, drop and roll was such a big deal when I was younger. I really expected to be on fire way more than the 0 times I have been so far. If you work as a security guard in a Samsung store, does that make you a guardian of the galaxy? Are you effing serious, dude? How do you send me this many reels in 50 minutes? No one care me. Nah man. How many steps you got today? 17 steps. When I was a kid getting put to bed at NI, I couldn't wait until I was a grown up and could stay up until whatever time I wanted. That time is apparently NI. If companies can use AI to reject me, I can use AI to apply. Change my mind. Taylor Swift makes music for girls who give teeth the. I wanna be the very best like no one ever was. You deserve premium, unlimited skips, endless repeats, offline downloads, better music listening, then give it to me. You just need to see things differently. You're not going in circles. You're going on a downward spiral. I hate myself, but I'm better than everyone else. Do you think British people judge others on their accent? I judge people long before they have opened their mouths. 5-year-old me thinking I was hard because I said bad morning to my daycare teacher. Clorox, ammonia. I love you, please let me lie. When I found out that he cheated on me instead of breaking up with him, I made a fake account, sent him the proofs and told him that if he didn't send me money I would send everything to his girlfriend. Fantastic foreskins are coming to Fortnite. It is one of the most wanted collabs ever. Fantastic what? Employee, so your $5,000 PC is ready. Would you like an activated Windows license for just $20? No. Exclamation marks, but instead of a huge line of them, we do like Roman numerals of them, you know, to save space. Me doing 490 exclamation marks. XD. Courtney Lynn. Never, don't give up. Never skip English classes. Name something men do that women hate. Trying to relax on the couch after a 12-hour workday. That really burns them. All any man truly wants is a decently sized house on a few acres of land with a hidden 5-story subterranean bunker complex. The worst thing you can do while cleaning is to sit down just for a minute. When you started the job to be financially stable, but now you are mentally unstable too. Oh Panzer of the Lake, what is your wisdom? Any website that requires a login should be done with your spam mail account. Once I started spending my own money I realized my mom was right. We do have food at home. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Look, I'm just trying to make it to Friday. Arachnophobia is so stupid, just let spiders get married. No one. Dads, I'm Dr. Owning. What if when we can't sleep it's because the sleep servers are full and spots only open when other people wake up? People in comas hogging too much space, unplug them if they wanna sleep so much. You can trust me, I'm an open book. The book, House of Leaves. When you're bad at making decisions and someone says it's up to you. Elon Musk announces Grok AI will be integrated into Tesla vehicles next week. Decepticons origin story. I'm effing pacing the room right now. Yo. How effing deep does this all go, etc. George W. Bush meets with Kayla, mother of Harem Bay. Woman's A-size study. There is a new study about women and how they feel about their race. The results were very interesting. 10% of women think their race is too skinny. 30% of women think their race is too fat. 60% say they don't care, they love him, he is a good man and they wouldn't trade him for the world. Musical chairs technically falls under the battle royale category, until we meet again. I'm not leaving until I see who walks out of this house. When a McDonald's employee lies, McF. Rage Against the Machine never specified what type of machine they were furious with, but I reckon it was probably a printer. How the next episode looks at me when it's already 3 AM and I also have work tomorrow. Me, cleaning my car. Neighbor, can you do my next ha ha ha? Me. The 2.5% of German in my DNA when I fail art class. Live, laugh, love, sleep, chill, hiss. That moment when your date is nearly 50 pounds heavier than her picture but you're no quitter. I could work with that. Peak gaming posture. You can't use AI to apply to jobs, it's unethical. So is ghosting 500 applicants with an AI bot. I just told my pets they're both adopted. Me trying to fit in with normies. I found a human spinal column in my feet at once. British people having to use a VPN for ton now. Iranians who have to use VPNs for almost all platforms and websites since 2009. First time. I missed when Taco Bell was by Zoll. Mountain lion that made school go into lockdown turned out to be a fat cat. So you're a vegan, right? Yeah, why? So when I'm cooking steak my mouth starts watering. So, I was just wondering, when you mow the lawn does your mouth start watering? F you. Using mind control to drive a car. Imagine a kid jumps on the road and you go, oh she, kid, and the car goes even faster. When you're so bored even being on your phone is boring. It is time to go. Was I a good Prince of Darkness? No, I'm told you were the best. Throwing whoever's naming the BBQ sauces in jail for being too horn. Bone lucking sauce, just slop it in. Me watching grown men whinge online because a popular superhero movie told them to be nice to people and not do war crimes. South Korean man sentenced to 1 year in prison after deliberately making himself too fat to join the army. And if you are able to chill the goblin devil, I will make any wish of yours come true, Peter. Never forget who was there for you at your lowest. Me sitting awkwardly at someone's house when they tell me make yourself at home. Whoever is preying on my downfall, please stop, you win. I don't wanna wake up tomorrow, I give up. What's stopping you from wearing this? Haha, well, let's just say, my peanuts. It really is like the third no it's not. When you call customer support and a clap picks up. Can't believe I have lived far enough into the future to learn the first 4 robots. Hate when I wake up tired like bro, what the F did I go to sleep for? Her profile picture. Her in real life. Mom, did you want a boy or a girl? I wanted a back rub. Hello, hi, how are you doing? I'm doing good. You can send me the phishing link now if you want to. How I feel after saying copy that instead of okay. I don't think people are actually getting any dumber. I think stupid people have just become way more confident. What I lack in ambition I make up for in absolutely nothing. Rare photo of a shark stepping on a Lego. I'm really into writing short fiction, mainly to-do lists. You're the villain in someone else's life. Bro, I'm the villain in my own life. My mom used to think putting nail polish on my nail would keep me from lucking my thumb. Now I eat A. Everyone lost that battle. My buried childhood insecurities, my wife. If Iron Man was black, who could pull off that character on screen? Robert Downey Jr. Can I get your name? Rose Skywalker. Hey, can I have the guy? I'm mad at someone. Yes, hold on. Here you go. When I'm about to leave the apartment but hear my neighbor in the hallway, so I quietly wait to avoid any human interaction. Got any fatherly advice? Always respect the person who puts timestamps in the comment sections of the video. Call them. I sent them an email. It's better to call them. I also texted them. Just call them. I'll send them another email. New internet rules come into force in United Kingdom which will have highly effective age verification methods, and so began the Great Pirate Era. I think adults need summer vacation, like let's just close down all our jobs for 3 months and play outside, please. I'm so tired. Today's 3-year-olds can switch on laptops and open their favorite apps. Me, when I was 3 I ate mud. Lucifer when he was kicked out of heaven. Fine, I'm gonna go build my own. With blackjack and boss called a big meeting. Starts yelling at everyone. Don't care, so let my mind wander. Suddenly remembered something funny. Can't control my laugh and start choking up. Bury my face in my hands because I don't want everyone to know I'm laughing. Suddenly everything goes quiet and co-workers start yelling at the boss for making me cry. Boss ended up getting written up for berating me. Suddenly co-workers are way more social with me. I don't think I'm going to correct them because I wouldn't even know how to start explaining. My mom hugging me for getting good percentage. My brother knowing it's just percentile. Late night conversations always hit different when you're sitting on these. When you weren't finished talking about your day and she reaches for your D. Don't talk to me while I'm rubbing my eye. I'm not gonna hear you. Why does this make so much sense? My eyes be like squishy. Hi, please tell my wife that you can't fix my phone. She wants to check my WhatsApp messages. 50 euros is yours. Thanks. I thought I was at my lowest, but holy shit, it goes lower. POV, when we matched on LinkedIn. My daughter got in a little tussle with a kid and some water at school. She said the VP started yelling at her in the office. Afterwards the VP asked if she had anything to say. My daughter, did yelling at me make you feel powerful? Let me get ready to homeschool her. Painless dentist, liar. Me alone with anxiety. Pedro Pascal with anxiety. F these 6 fish in particular. Wow, this is a really hard choice to make. Expedited delivery. Friday, July 11. Free. 1-day delivery. Friday, July 11 by 12 p.m. $20.27. FedEx ground delivery. Friday, July 11. $11.32. FedEx priority overnight. Friday, July 11 by 12 p.m. $22.60. When a 19-year-old girl with daddy issues sees a 40-year-old high school dropout who dresses like J-Rock outside of Circle K, this is my chance to be a single mom. Started my first day at work and I'm having horrible fortnight withdrawals. I genuinely cannot breathe. Me every time I pick up a drill. After all, why not? Why shouldn't I double tap the trigger? The face when you F a married woman and now she's posting religious memes like she didn't break her vows and a holy commandment with you. Being a man is really hard because what you mean go check what was that noise? Bruh, I'm scared too. Got a job. I needed a stable job. I don't always clear my calculator, but when I do I hit both C and CE a bunch of times because I don't know exactly what they do. When you have already given your all and it's only Tuesday. Finally I found a meme that won't offend anyone. Easiest choice of my life. My rewards: redeem for 2500 points, £2.50 BBC Children in Need donation, medium fries. Your future self is talking shit about you. Ruin his effing life. I spent all day doing side quests instead of progressing the main story. I know you're talking about a video game, but this is actually a really good metaphor for my life. I will never understand lesb. As a straight man even I prefer men. Gay thing I have ever read. Stop trying to make Smurfs happen. It's not gonna happen. CEOs hate to see these two coming. 2005, 2015, 2025. This device could predict incoming phone calls. I'm never dating a tech guy again. This MF just sent me a calendar invite for X. Bots. What's a beginner hobby for someone just getting into being happy? Instance use. The reason I stay up late is because I don't want my free time to end and tomorrow to start. My wife: why are you pulling over? Me: hand me my phone. My wife: we are on the freeway. Me: hand me my phone. Maybe the grass is greener over there because you're not over there effing it up. When someone says, haven't you eaten enough? You look lonely. I can fix that.
Spare change. Spare change, ma'am.